Oh, hi everyone. So coming back to the freestyle painting of the fish, once it's totally dried, you can then start adding a little bit of definition. So perhaps with the eyes, I could start with a little black dot in the center. This lovely blue fish has a little bit of blue around the eye. I'm also looking at some colours that it has around the mouth. A little bit of yellow ochre on the bottom of its mouth there. It also has a little fin coming there in a yellow ochre colour. So you can see that once you get these painted in a very loose way, and once they're dry, you can come back in and put definition in. So under here now, I can make the gill by putting in some value colour, which in this case I'm using Blue Apatite Genuine in the Daniel Smith. Also I can see on this fish there are some fins here. Now what I can do is I can use the light of the first wash and just paint in the negative shape to make that fin. Yeah, I can continue with this pretty much to my heart's content now that I've got that lovely loose wash underneath, and continue bringing in some value to those fins, and then it all of a sudden it starts to come to life. So let's go around that eye. I really feel that a lovely workshop on Saturday could have had maybe a 2-day workshop, because when you actually look at these fish and the subject, there's quite a lot in it. Different ways that they can be painted, even just, attention to the eye. Which we just ran out of time to do. Here we are. So I've put a bit of darker value in the Blue Apatite around that black eye. In the iris I'm painting some red gold, Aussie red gold around here, or you could use quinacridone gold if that's what you have. So as you can see, I can continue to paint in values and bring in a little bit of definition around the fish. Even if you just did the eye, it would be a pretty good look. This fish has been painted in the 2 blues as I demonstrated. Those 2 blues were Phthalo Blue and French Ultra dropped in here. So it was a very light, straight on wash freestyle. And I can continue. There's a little bit, I'm just looking at a photograph I've got here. Now I can either wet this and start again, or I can just have a little bit of paint in my brush and bring in a bit of colour. Let's go with the 2 blues, French Ultra and that lovely burst of Phthalo Blue. And as you can see, I can then bring in a little bit of definition. So I would be careful not to overwork it at this stage. Let's bring in a little bit more French Ultra under here. Bring in the blues. And it's starting to come together. And I mean, I'd be happy with just a few touches like that in the fish. Coming up to, this is actually the white fish, which I've put quite a bit of colour into. And it's interesting that even though a fish is white, it will have quite a bit of colour in the fish. Okay, so let's go. This one has a little bit of a pink eye. I'm just using a quinacridone red. And let's do a little black. Okay, again, I'd be looking at, maybe because there was quite a bit of pink in this fish, mixing up a little bit of a purpley tone with quin red and French ultramarine blue. A bit more blue. And just bring in a little bit of shading. Into the fish. Letting that dry in without being too fussy. Now, watercolour is best when you don't play too much with it. You put it down, you leave it. It's the best thing, really. Okay, so if I felt that was getting too contrived, I could just hit it with water and see what happens when it dries. Look, I'd be quite happy just to have them loosely painted like that. Then you come back in, put a little bit of definition in, and there you go. Enjoy.